Mr. Look at Me Louie himself, James Gunn, he's already wrapped filming for Superman to give his workers plenty of time to finish the post-production. And he says they're not doing any reshoots either, so he is set in it, giving him plenty of time to finish things up. It's a good look for your first movie in DC. You do want to take as much time as possible to get things ready.
That's pretty wild. Like, majority, if not like 90% of movies have reshoots, so it's pretty crazy. They're just confident to the point where they're like, yeah, we don't need to do that. He's got confidence. Yeah, no, it is a great look. He seems to be pretty assured with what he's putting out here. He had a comment too, and I have to imagine it had something to do with Deadpool, but people asked like what cameos were going to pop up in Superman, and he had a statement basically saying how cameos have just kind of been the lazy kind of attention grabbers that are being overused these days, and he thinks that if the character doesn't advance the plot or doesn't need to be in the movie, that he doesn't want him in his movies going forward with these new DC movies. So I thought that was interesting. He has used cameos before, though, that did not advance the plot, so I'm thinking maybe this is just a future thing saying, okay, we've overdone the cameos. But you like to see the confidence.
Yeah. Think about this. It's coming out the same month as Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four just started shooting. Like, they're wrapped with this movie. That's crazy.
Wow. Didn't even think about that. What the hell?
And then Marvel's always worried, like, they have a problem with people rushing post-production. I wonder why.
Good point.
Someone online asked him about like why and how he's not doing reshoots, and he gave 6 bullet points on how or why he doesn't need reshoots. 1, he says over-prepare. 2, don't start shooting until I have a finished script and my whole team is happy with it. 3, hire actors and department heads I know can do their jobs. 4, surround myself with people who will challenge me and not just yes sir everything. 5, ask myself daily, are there any small imperfections in the script or what we're shooting that might end up feeling like huge imperfections when we cut the film together? And then his 6th bullet point is bullet point 1 and 2 again. But yeah, love the confidence, love the planning. Like I've said from the beginning, he's like one of the best choices to run DC and Superman to start this universe, and this just adds to all that. This is great news.
I do worry about Warner Brothers, though, because aren't they the ones that were like $9 billion in the hole with that whole like the earnings meeting? So I do wonder if they're gonna start selling things off in parts. Obviously, James Gunn would still be the head of things, but I just wonder how that could work out in the future, in the middle of him trying to create a universe.
You know what else worries me about that is I don't really think Superman's gonna be a huge banger at the box office. Like, with all the turmoil of DC, like I think it's really important that it's a great movie, but I still like it needs to be a great movie, but I still don't think it's going to be $1 billion movie. I just think it has to be good to establish the universe, and then the next, movies in the DCU in the future could be your $1 billion movies, but as your first brand new Superman, but it is a huge title, it is a huge character, so you never know. I hope they don't make a small box office and then start giving up on things, because I think a small box office, not small, but relatively to this era,
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like I don't want them to give up if it's not a huge box office, because as long as it's a great movie, just don't give up on this, dude. Let it run for a decade or 2.
Yeah, it's wild. He just got such a jump on this because they started shooting back in, oh God, what was it? February. So he's been doing this for 6 months. Like, so that's longer than most of the Guardian movies, if not all of them, actually. So he spent a lot of time. He just got a jump start on it and gave them plenty of time to release the movie. And now he's jumping right into Peacemaker season 2, which I think he's not directing all the episodes of season 2. I think he's only directing like 3 of them. But this man's busy. But he's got a good start, got a good head start on it.
I'm sure he's having a great time.
Oh God, yeah, he's living his dream.
Right.
He's tired, probably taking a lot of Adderall, but he's living it.
So we're excited for that. Of course, it'll be a maybe first round draft pick in the 2026 box office.
Who wins box office? Fantastic Four or Superman?
I think Fantastic Four, just because
Fantastic Four. Pedro
Fantastic
Pascal
Four.
has such
And
a
Marvel's
following.
they're more established.
Yeah. And like you said,
But-
people are pissed about Henry Cavill, so that's going
But-
to take away some of the box office.
But none of the Fantastic Four movies made a good box office. They all did bad in the box office. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, the cast,
But-
Marvel's well established. It's in an established universe.
Right.
RDJ's probably going to be in there. So I think this box office will double their highest previous box office at least.
Yeah, I mean, Superman Returns, which was supposed to be somewhat the sequel to the original Christopher Reeve Superman. That was the first Superman movie that dropped in a while. It only made like $350 million, and that came out around the time of the Fantastic Four movies. It came out in 2006. And Man of Steel only made, what did it make? $670 million. So it's not like Superman brings in but yeah, we'll see.
Those are way higher than I'm pretty sure the Fantastic Four movies were in like the 200 million or something like that range.
The first one in 2005 was 333, so it was pretty much right at Superman Returns.
And I think they got lower and lower. Even the
imagine
reboot.
The second, yeah, the second one got 300 mil. Oh, the reboot definitely did horrible. I guarantee you that didn't hit 200 million. That got ripped apart as soon as it dropped into theaters. Yeah, 167 million.
Ooh.
So they are coming off a rough one, but I think there's a lot of hype behind this.
Yeah. I could see it hitting 800, 700, something like that.
For sure.